friend of mine gave me a cedar tree a few months ago, and I started cutting it, and I'm just now getting around to finishing it up. I went out to his property, picked up the logs, and brought them out here to the shop and cut them in front of the shop. And these are the 2 boards that we got cut today. Really nice piece. It smells really good because it's freshly cut, and we're gonna make some good projects out of these. But we had to stop today because I got to get back to that haul tree. But anyway, I'm going to go through the steps that I took to cut these into the boards, and we're going to finish the rest of the logs off camera. But I'll show you how I'm going to do this. While this haul tree dries, I'm going to cut up some cedar with my Alaskan chainsaw mill. I'll get the rest of it down in a minute. I already started this. I ran into some metal here, and I got to cut the metal out. But I've got to sharpen the ripping chain for this, and that's what I'm doing now. A buddy of mine let me borrow his chainsaw sharpener, and I'm sharpening the ripping chain now. And we're going to attach it, and I'm going to show you. We're going to cut some of that stuff up right there. We've got everything set up. The saw's sharpened. The chainsaw starts. It's on the mill. I'm just laying it right there. Just set it down there. We've already cut this one of these flats a long time ago. Now the issue is that I was having metal into the wood. I did this months ago, maybe 8 months ago. I started this, and finally I'm getting motivated. And I'm gonna finish these up. These are the boards that come off of it. These have been set up, ready to go. They're completely dry. They're ready to be used. This is a rough stock. That's off the chainsaw. So we'll get a good slab like this when we start cutting these. And we already got a flat on one side. I haven't used this chainsaw mill since I've cut these. So we should be good to go with this. Should be able to cut it just fine. That's the start of the cut. And I'm going to check for metal one more time and see what we get. This is a Garrett Pro pinpointer. I use it for metal detecting. But I also use it to find metal and wood. And last time I was doing this on that other one that I'm fixing to cut, the chain went in there and it stopped. I couldn't push it anymore. I swore I hit something. But I've checked these, and I'm not getting any indication of metal in any of these. But I'm gonna go check them one more time, and then we'll start a cut. Okay, that's the cut. Really looks really bad, but I'm not an expert at chainsaw milling. I've only done it a couple times, but we got a board. I'm gonna do all the rest of these. Hopefully I can get through all of them. I've got to raise this up off the ground because the chainsaw is gonna start hitting the deck of the trailer. So I have to raise this up. I've got to figure out how to do this. I don't know how I'm gonna do it yet, but I got to figure something out. This is gonna be a way better system. I think I figured something out. So the blocks that I hold it up with, I cut a notch with my big chisel and then C-clamp this to the frame. Right now that's holding this log. Do the same thing on this side. That's holding it. It's kind of at an angle, but that's okay because that other one is above the tire well. So I can stand up and do the cut. It'll be easier to control, and hopefully it'll work out fine. I'm gonna get it started, and I'll shoot the part that I'm getting started. I'll start the cut. I'm running out of storage space on my phone because I've been shooting a ton of videos, and I'd only take them off my phone when those videos are complete and posted. So we're just going to do a few minutes of cut, and we'll turn it off and we'll knock the rest of these out. Hopefully this will work. I may have to make some kind of stay right here. I may have to pull this back and put a stay up here, some kind of dog that comes up here to stop the back of it from pushing forward. We'll see what happens. These are the 2 boards that we got right now. I've got to stop, and I've got to get back on the haul tree, and I got to go drop the trailer and get back on the haul tree so I can do this anymore. I'll continue this tomorrow. But this is what we've got. So that's perfect. I'll check the humidity in these. I mean the water, whatever. the, you know, percentage of water in it. So there we go. It looks like this system works. And I'm sure for the lighter stuff, when it starts getting thinner, this is going to want to slide forward. And like I said, I'm just going to put a dog down here anyway. I'll put something here so it'll keep this from moving forward. Right now it's not an issue, but later on it might be an issue. So it looks like I can do sawmill milling on the side of the trailer. I don't know how big of logs I can put on there, but there you go. I don't know what I'm going to do with this. I know I can get some good boards out of this. No, I'm not going to cut it and make an epoxy table. I'm not doing that. I'm just not doing it. So anyway, it looks like this system works great. So I'm going to drop the trailer and get back to the haul tree.